The disappearance of the Mary Celeste, the ghost ship of the Atlantic. December 5th, 1872. The Atlantic Ocean near the Azores Islands. A ship drifts alone, its sails tattered, its deck silent. No voices call from the helm. No footsteps echo below. The Mary Celeste, an American merchant brigantine, is found abandoned, her crew, her captain, his wife, and their young daughter gone without a trace. The lifeboat is missing, but food, water, and belongings sit untouched. What force could empty a ship and leave no sign of struggle? This is the story of the Mary Celeste, the ghost ship that has haunted maritime lore for over 150 years. A vessel forsaken in the vast ocean, its secrets swallowed by the waves. Was it piracy, mutiny, or nature's wrath? Tonight, we sail into the fog to uncover the mystery, the clues, and the shadows that linger on the Mary Celeste. Join me as we unravel the enigma of the Atlantic's most enduring ghost story. New York City, November 7th, 1872. The world was in the age of sail, where merchant ships carried goods across treacherous oceans. The Mary Celeste, a 282-ton brigantine, was preparing for a routine voyage. Built in 1861 in Nova Scotia, she was a sturdy vessel, recently refitted after a series of mishaps, groundings, collisions, and a cursed reputation among superstitious sailors. Her captain, Benjamin Briggs, 37, was no novice. A devout, disciplined mariner from a seafaring family, Briggs was known for his steady hand and sober judgment. Briggs sailed with his wife, Sarah, 31, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. 7 crewmen joined them: First Mate Albert Richardson, Second Mate Andrew Gilling, Steward Edward Head, and Seaman Volkert Lorenzen, Arian Martins, Gottlieb Goodshod, and Baz Lorenzen, all experienced sailors from Germany and Denmark. Their cargo, 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol, bound for Genoa, Italy. The ship was well stocked with 6 months of food and water, and Briggs' logbook showed confidence in a smooth journey. On November 7th, they set sail, leaving New York's skyline behind. The Mary Celeste was last seen by the crew of another ship, the Mary Jane, off the coast of Massachusetts, heading into the Atlantic. Briggs wrote in his log, "All well, but somewhere between New York and the Azores, something went horribly wrong. The sea, it seemed, had claimed them all." On December 5th, 1872, the Dei Gratia, a Canadian brigantine, sailed 400 miles east of the Azores, en route to Gibraltar. Captain David Morehouse, a friend of Briggs, spotted a ship moving strangely, its sails askew. Through his spyglass, he recognized the Mary Celeste. No one hailed back. Concerned, Morehouse sent First Mate Oliver DeVoe and 2 crewmen to investigate. What they found was chilling. The Mary Celeste was deserted. The deck was empty, the wheel unmanned. The ship was seaworthy, with no major damage, though some sails were torn, and the hold had 3 feet of water normal for a ship at sea. The cargo of alcohol barrels was intact, except for 9 empty ones. The galley held ample food and water. Personal belongings, clothes, pipes, even Sophia's toys were untouched. The captain's log, dated November 25th, noted a position 100 miles west of the Azores, with rough weather. But one thing was missing: the lifeboat. No blood, no signs of violence. The ship's compass was broken, and a navigation sextant and chronometer were gone, suggesting a deliberate evacuation. A sword, found under Briggs' bunk, bore possible bloodstains, but tests were inconclusive. The Dei Gratia crew sailed the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar, where a British inquiry began. The ship was a ghost. Its crew vanished into the Atlantic's depths. In December 1872, a British Vice Admiralty court in Gibraltar, led by Frederick Flood, investigated the Mary Celeste. The inquiry aimed to determine if foul play piracy, mutiny, or fraud was involved, as the Dei Gratia crew sought salvage. Writes, Captain Morehouse and Oliver Devoe testified that the ship was abandoned but intact, with no signs of a struggle. The log showed no distress. Ending abruptly on November 25th, the missing lifeboat suggested the crew left willingly. But why? Inspectors found the ship's hull sound, with no evidence of a storm severe enough to force abandonment. The alcohol cargo, worth $35,000, was mostly secure, ruling out theft. The sword stains were inconclusive, possibly rust. Flood suspected insurance fraud, but Briggs' impeccable reputation and the cargo's value dismissed this. The inquiry noted the crew's experience. None would panic without cause. After 3 months, the court ruled the Mary Celeste a lawful salvage but offered no explanation for the crew's fate. The investigation was hampered by 19th century limits. No forensics could test for toxins or explosives. The crew's backgrounds were checked, but records were sparse. The Mary Celeste was returned to its owners, but its reputation as a cursed ship grew. The inquiry left more questions than answers, setting the stage for a century of speculation. The Mary Celeste's mystery has fueled countless theories. The most plausible is a natural disaster. A waterspouted tornado over water could have struck, flooding the hold and prompting Briggs to order evacuation. The lifeboat, with the sextant and chronometer, suggests a planned retreat, perhaps to wait out danger. But no waterspout damage was found, and the calm log entry on November 25th contradicts a sudden catastrophe. Another theory points to the cargo: 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol. Leaking barrels could have released fumes, sparking fears of an explosion. Briggs, cautious by nature, might have ordered the crew into the lifeboat, only to be swept away by currents or a storm. Yet only 9 barrels were empty, and no strong odor was noted by the Dei Gratia crew. Piracy was considered, but the untouched cargo and belongings rule out robbers. Mutiny, fueled by the sword stains, is unlikely. Briggs was respected, and the crew was loyal. Fringe theories suggest supernatural causes, sea monsters, or the Bermuda Triangle, though the Azores are far from its bounds. Arthur Conan Doyle's 1884 fictionalized account, J. Habakkuk Jeffson's statement, popularized the mystery, blending fact with fantasy. Each theory tantalizes, but none fully explains the empty ship and missing lifeboat. Those tied to the Mary Celeste left haunting words. Oliver Devoe, the Dei Gratia first mate, testified in Gibraltar. The ship was in good order, but something made them leave in a hurry. Frederick Flood, the inquiry judge, wrote, "I cannot believe an experienced captain would abandon a sound ship without cause." Sarah Briggs' brother, James Cobb, told a Boston newspaper in 1873, Benjamin was too skilled to make such a mistake. Something else happened. In a 1913 interview, the Mary Celeste's final captain, George Parker, called her a ship of ill fate, noting strange incidents during later voyages. Modern historian Anne McGregor, cited in Smithsonian Magazine, said in 2007, "The lifeboats. Absence is the key, but the sea leaves no footprints." These voices from 1872 to today underscore the mystery's grip on our imagination. In the 21st century, researchers like Anne McGregor have revisited the Mary Celeste. Using weather data, McGregor proposed in 2007 that a sudden waterspout or pressure change could explain the evacuation, but no definitive proof exists. Chemical analyses, limited by the ship's scrapping in 1885, suggest the alcohol fumes theory is plausible but unconfirmed. The De Gratia logs, preserved in maritime archives, remain the primary source, describing an orderly ship with no signs of violence. The crew's fate remains unknown. No lifeboat or bodies were ever found, likely lost to the Atlantic's currents. The Mary Celeste sailed until 1885, when it was wrecked in a failed insurance scam, ironic, given flood suspicions. Spyscape's 2023 article notes that modern sonar could search for the lifeboat, but the ocean's vastness makes it a needle in a haystack. The mystery endures, as elusive as the fog that cloaked the ship. The Mary Celeste is the quintessential ghost ship, its name synonymous with mystery. Arthur Conan Doyle's tale cemented its legend, inspiring films, books, and even Doctor Who episodes. Maritime museums display its artifacts: a compass, a logbook, page drawing curious visitors. The Atlantic, once a highway of commerce, is now a graveyard of secrets, with the Mary Celeste as its most famous phantom. This case is a mirror of human fears, the vast unknown, the fragility of life at sea, the stories that vanish without a trace. Benjamin Briggs, Sarah, Sophia, and their crew were real people, their dreams snuffed out by an unseen force. The Mary Celeste sails on in our minds, a ghost ship forever adrift. What happened to the Mary Celeste? Was it a waterspout, alcohol fumes, or human betrayal? Did Captain Briggs make a fatal error? Or was there foul play? Share your theories in the comments below, and let's keep this mystery afloat. Subscribe. For more true crime stories, hit the bell and join us next time as we chase another shadow from the past. Until then, sail carefully and beware the fog.